Hello, I'm going to do a video today of Listingpro theme by Criteo Studios. It's pretty much self-explanatory. The theme's really good. It's not too complicated, but some people still, they're new to putting them together, find some issues. So I'm going to go through it with you. I just want to start with saying that I'm no master WordPress person. I'm no super guru or god of making web pages. I get by, do what I need. So we're going to start out. As you see here, I have a fresh, brand new install of WordPress. So the first thing we need to do is you need to download after you purchase the theme. Then you're going to have it in your downloaded folder. When you go to extract, I already extracted it there now. I'm going to go back over to WordPress. The first thing I want to do is I want to go to plugins. I want to click right here so it selects all of them. I'm going to click delete. Only do this if you have a new install of WordPress. And always make sure that you don't have a plugin that's absolutely needed for your WordPress. In my case, all this can go to the garbage. I'm doing a local install of it just to test it for this purpose. But everything in there is garbage. None of it's going to be needed. So now we got all the plugins are gone. I'm going to go to pages. I'm just going to delete. Yeah, you can leave the pages there. Posts. I'm going to go up here. Hello world. Trash. Now, we pretty much got everything gone except for the pages. If you want to, you can delete the sample page. I'll go ahead and do it. Privacy policy, you can leave that. It's got a, this is what comes with it, with the WordPress. It's got like a sample one. I strongly suggest you find one of the free services online or one of the paid services to get a privacy policy for your site. It's very important. So we're going to go down here to appearance. Now, I got to upgrade that one. Theme, we're going to get rid of this one. Delete. This other theme, we're going to delete it. I usually leave just one in here, so I'm just going to leave this 2017. You really don't need to. You can always delete it if you want, but you got to have another theme in there. But that's another topic. So I'm going to go up here, add new, upload theme, browse. Now remember, we extracted these. You're going to open the extracted folder, and the first one you're going to do, now please do it this way. Listingpro.zip. Click open. Now install now. That's installed. You're going to click here, go back to themes. Now I want you to activate this, but watch what I do, please, very closely here. Activate. Now it's going to give you this if you want to do it. We're not going to do it now. We're going to do it after we install the child theme. No, maybe later. Add new. Upload theme. Browse. Folder here. Child theme. Open. Install now. We're going to go back here to themes. We're going to go here. Child theme. Activate. Now we are going to do this. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. What this first one is going to install your plugins that you absolutely need for the theme. So this is important. Yes, I am ready. Now, when it asks you demo style, what do you like? Some people like this one. Some people like Places Pro. Myself, I usually, when I do these, I usually just go with the classic. They're all really good. They all have their own special use cases and different a little bit, but you can adapt it. You can make it look like any one of them. So I usually go here to classic. Yes, I'm ready. Now, you don't have to import the dummy content, but I do. I don't really need to anymore, but if you're new to the theme, I recommend you do it so you know what goes where, and it gives you an idea of what you should kind of have stuff organized at. Import content. This takes a couple minutes. I'm doing this video live, so it's not going to be a short video. Don't get upset with me. I'm just trying to do it right so people that are newer to it can get an idea of the actual time it takes to get it installed and up and running. It's not a long process. Within 20 to 30 minutes at the most, you can have it all up and running. Of course, it all depends on your server and your hosting and your computer speed at the house that you're working with. Okay. Now we're back. Now, it does say here, activate your purchase key. Mine are already in use on my sites that are live. So what I'm going to do is when we go to make a listing, I'll make a listing on the next video. I'll use one of the sites that are live. For now, we're going to keep this one just like this. But you will enter here your purchase key and then click activate. And the reason you want to do that is if you don't enter your purchase key, it won't let you make a listing. This like connects the program to actually work all the way. You can set it all up, have it all ready to go. Unless that key's in there, you're not going to create a listing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down here to plugins. And as you can see, a lot of this stuff came alive here. You got a lot of new things. You got listings, price plans. We're going to go through all that in a minute. First thing I want to do is I want to update this one. Okay, this one, it comes with the thing that's, now I already have downloaded the newest one. So if you have the new one, you just click deactivate here, delete. I'll go ahead and upgrade it while I got you guys here so you guys can start getting an idea. So now all the plugins are up to date. What I usually do on mine, now this is the SEO software I use as the one I like. You don't have to use it. There's many options. This is one I like. And I like to do it before I really get started. Go over here, type SEO press. Install now. Activate. And there's many videos out there on how to set that up, but I'm just putting it in there so you see how I do the Listingpro theme the way I do it. I go WP, fastest. Install now. WP fastest cache. Activate. And then you will be running on an SSL. I'm not because I'm doing this locally, but you will want to have this in there. You're going to go to add new again. then type SSL. I recommend strongly you have an SSL like this, because then it'll help make sure your page shows as SSL. Remember, Google and many of the search engines are not ranking up higher the pages that are not SSL. And if some of your pages don't show good as secure, it's not going to work. You're not going to get good rankings, and your credit card thing might not work, and then it might not show in some browsers. Now, I'm not going to activate this one because all it does is just make your page SSL ready, and there's no SSL here. Now, next you're going to go down here to Settings. The first thing I want you to do is go to General. You put your name of your site up here. Tagline. You can put whatever you want there. I'm just writing that. You can put an email here. Make sure you have that clicked. Anyone can register. If you don't, they're not going to be able to join and post or leave ratings or any of that on the site. Make sure you leave this as a subscriber. English, of course, or the language of your choice, wherever your location is. Select your time zone. I'm UTC -4. And then you can set the time however you want. Save changes. Now they're saved. Next, writing. Post category. That'd be your blogs and so pick your blogs and so forth. You can set all that up. Writing. Is that what I'm in? Yeah. Reading. So your home page is set to home. Post is for blog. I usually increase this to 20. And make this just a summary. Otherwise, if you make like a post, it'd be too long, and it'll just, trust me on this. Put summary and make those two 20, 20. Make sure this is not checked. You do want, unless you have like a private directory you don't want anybody to know about, which sounds kind of dumb, but there might be a private club. But if this is checked, there's a good chance search engines are going to say, I'm not looking at them. Save it. Next, discussion. You go through here, read what they are. I mean, that's up to you if you want notifications or if you don't. That's all up to you. Media. There's your pictures and all that. That's up to you how you want to do it. Some people do all this, other ones don't. Permalinks. This is important. I do it this way. Click here. And then this is like, I've always heard you should click this one twice for save, so I do this. I save. See it there? And I save again. Then you go over here to privacy. Okay, this is all stuff from WordPress. You're going to have to watch. There's videos on how to do that. This is, each person has their own way of doing it. Now, as you see, the site's live now. Pictures aren't in here because apparently now the new tutorial doesn't have the pictures. But it's It's not difficult. You're going to go back over here, dashboard. So we're going to go here to pages now. We're going to start with your home page, so then you have an idea of what's going on there. Now, if you installed SEO Press, here's something you're going to see. You see how there's nothing here? It says Listingpro tutorial, and this and that. You see here's that. It just says like the Listingpro. Now watch this. Click update. I didn't do it. You can do this too. But that's something else. You do your SEO the way you want. I'm going to get back to the theme. There's quite a bit here. Make sure it's on default. Now, we're going to go in here. Locations. Click here. You see here how other cities are checked? See how New York isn't checked? See that? No New York. Let's click New York and let's get rid of Boston. Okay, it's up to you what city you want there. And then you can pick different style boxes and so forth. Then you can decide how you want that. And those are all up to you. Update. Now we got New York here, you see? Now, if you want to add something in here, like let's say you want to, let me see something here. Okay, this one. Here's a good example of something that confuses people. See how that touches almost? Well, you can get a smaller picture in there and it'll separate it until you can learn how to make your own box and so forth. But if you want to keep it simple, just put a smaller picture here. Smaller picture, it'll usually separate it. To write in here, you would go here to the column elements and then you select it. You can delete here and you can add a new picture. Do this. And then here you can do that, write whatever you want in here. And you can write. Once you're done, you hit Save Changes. Video testimonials. You can, you got to put the link here and of course, you save changes. Blog grids. Here is a little tricky. You can do this. You can do your selection of how you want it. And then you go uncategorized, or you select the category of blogs you want. I usually do this, so I mix it up on the front page. Select how many you want there. I mean, you can do 1, or you can do 30. You can do 50 if you want. Let's do 3. Save changes. Now, if you want to add something else, click here, click a row. You don't have to. You can always do this and add an element to that line. But I'm going to show you how to add a whole new line here. And go to Listingpro. I'm going to do an image gallery. Let's go a new style. I never tried this one. I don't know if this is my first time doing this one. Oh, okay, it looks like you can do more in one picture. Pretty cool. I learned something too today. We'll do one more for the heck of it. Save changes. Oh, on this very last line here, click here, design options, just to give you a little space from the footer. Save changes, update. Now, this is what the page is looking like right now. Okay. Refresh. Now we got 3 of those there, and we should, so we got a gallery. The gallery's not centered. Let's see if we can center that. Nope, no way to center it. Now we might be able to do this. We'll try this. I don't know if that'll work or not, though. We'll find out. No. Maybe in here. Remember, like I said, I'm not some guru. So there could be a way to set that center, and there's probably is a way with CSS code. But I just showed you, give me an example. So now that's updated. And remember, all you got to do is just go in there and click on that little pen, and you can do anything you want. And I strongly recommend you have a backup program. I personally like Updraft Plus, Updraft Backup. I'll show it to you quick. Then we're going to go on to the theme options. Updraft. Now I want to tell you something. If you use Updraft, I strongly recommend you go over here. It's under Settings, Updraft Plus. You need to set up remote storage wherever you feel comfortable at. Myself personally, I do it through Google Drive. There's all these other options. But you click on the one you want. I use Google Drive, and then you come down here. Authenticate with Google Drive. All it's going to do is take you to another page, and then you'll like log into that Google account you want to use it with, and you give it permission. Once it's in there, you're all good. And when you do your backups, it'll ask you, how do you want to do a backup? So if you had the remote storage, you could select this to make it go to your remote storage, like your Google Drive or whatever. Myself, I always like doing this. Allow backup to be deleted manually. That usually gives it a little extra protection so it doesn't delete automatic in case something decides to start. Then you click backup now. Now I'm doing this because we just spent time setting up the theme. You don't want to lose work you've already made. As you progress, as you're building it every so often, do a backup. I mean, an hour's work's an hour work. Myself, I like to do a backup if I'm doing a lot of work every 30 minutes. 30 minutes of production loss, you could lose something, it's not worth it. So now you've got your backup there. So far, everything we've done so far is backed up. If I make an error, if the system crashes, hard drive dies, whatever, I've got a backup now. So now, we're going to go on to here. I want you to go down here, theme options. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave. We already saved anyway. We're under theme options. Let's start at the very top. Here, you can pick your primary color, which would be like these. See that? The inner one here and that one. So let's make that one. I'm going to make them totally different just for the video. So we're going to make it green. Now, you don't have to save every time, but I am just so I can show you. Watch this. There should be green here now. See that? It's horrible. It stands out at you. Secondary theme color. That's like this kind of stuff there. We can do this. We'll make it purple. We're just going to make it horrible looking just to show. Show where they go. See that? Now you got your header colors. We're going to get to that. Password field for user sign up form. On for enable, off for disable. Username or field. On or off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to finish this video because otherwise it'll get too long. I'm going to make another video on how to go through these because going through these settings could take another 20-30 minutes. So I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go ahead and make another video where it goes through the settings because some people want to watch everything. Alright, thanks for watching, and please like and leave me a positive comment. Like I said, I'm not some master at this. I'm just trying to help people out. Thanks a lot. And remember, always hit save changes. Save changes. Do your backups. Be safe, people. Thanks.